Good afternoon. I'm a bit later today. It's Sunday, 12th of November, and so it's about 2:30, and I can't find this. I can't find this on my channel, so I can't log in to look at. Oh, there we go. Usual technical defects, as in I'm the technical defect. Usual technical. So I seem to be on my own at the moment. Hopefully some of you guys are around and will pop in to say hello to me. Otherwise I'll just sit and talk to myself as usual. Do it all the time. Here is Retro Vintage 65. Hiya, how are you? Nice to see you. I believe that's Jimmy, although I may have got my usernames mixed up again. If that's you, Jimmy, hi Jimmy. And here's Heather, the treasure pirate, who says, "Hell, I'm here." Darling, if you don't want to be here, that's fine. It doesn't have to be hell. Beth Ann Hall is with us. Hi, Beth Ann. Heather says she meant hello. And Keris Thomas. Am I pronouncing Keris correct? That's correct. It's Keris, isn't it? And Mrs. Happy Dappy Michelle. And yes, it is Jimmy. So hi, all of you. Nice to see you. I hope you're having a nice Sunday. It's actually turned out to a really nice sunny day out here, as you can see by the sun slanting in there. Oh, and there's Deborah Stevens, who's meant to be asleep. Go to sleep, Deborah Stevens. I am pronouncing Keris correctly. That's good. My Welsh is not really all that strong. Becca Mill says, "Hi, my favourite reseller." Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Always cheers me up. You and Caroline's chat was a scream. It degenerated somewhat into me and Caroline talking about willies. I think that's where it went in the end. Daisy May says, "It was so cold at the car boot sale today." Now, I was toasty warm. Deb Stevens came with me, didn't you, Deb? And she was cold. Our friend Sibs was cold. The kids were cold. I was fine. You people are nesh. I think I might be northern inside, even though I live in the south. I think we're northern to the bone. And Andrea has come in and is going, "No, she's got to go to Sainsbury's." Don't go to Sainsbury's. Stay here and talk to us. Although you might starve to death if you do that. So go to Sainsbury's very quickly, get the food, come back and talk to us. And yeah, Deb's agreeing she was freezing this morning. You people are soft. Soft. It was not cold. I was, however, in a fairly grumpy mood. So Deb Stevens will probably tell you I was miserable cow this morning. Not sure. I didn't have a very good night's sleep. The cat was a complete arse all night. The cat has to be shut downstairs because she demands attention halfway through the night. And I don't know. I think my son went to bed much later than me, so she was up with me for a lot of it. Then she went down for a couple of hours, and then somebody went to the toilet and let her, because our toilet's downstairs, let her out. And so then she came and woke me up again, and then finally I gave up and took her down again, and then somebody else went down and let her back up again, and it was like, oh God, this bloody cat. No sleep. So I might have an afternoon nap. Yeah, Andrea's got to go to Sainsbury's. She needs food. Sib K says, "Hello from the M6." Message typed by the wife with an error. No, okay. Hello, Mrs. Sib. I didn't know there was a Mrs. Sib. You deserve a medal, Mrs. Sib. A whole chest full of medals. Honestly, how has that man got a wife who hasn't murdered him? How is that possible? Only joking, Sib K. You know we love you, really. Is that mini legs hanging out of box behind? It is. This is a corpse hanging out of the box behind me. It's a Monsters High. She's called Widona Spider, I think, if I recall correctly from my research. I haven't listed her yet, so there we go. Widona Spider with her with her mini legs hanging out. Yeah. So we went to the car boot sale. I was in a bad mood. Poor Deb Stevens and my other friends had to put up with me being very grumpy. It was one of those days when you have to queue to get in, and then you can't find anywhere to park, and then it's all wet, and you have to walk in a puddle, and moan. I was all right once I'd had my breakfast. Once I'd had my breakfast after the car boot, I was in a cracking mood. I'm fine now. I'm a bit sleepy. Deb says her loft is still in one piece. That's because Sib K hasn't worked out which number you live at yet, but he'll start asking questions about which neighbour lives where in a minute. So, we did get some stuff, didn't we, Deb? And I'm going to start with this because it suits me so well. Are you ready? Ta-da! This is a Disney World Mickey Mouse hat. Isn't it fab? Isn't it very me? I may wear it all the time. I paid 50p. I look a Bobby Dazzler in it, and it sells for between 12 and 20 quid. So, yeah, quite pleased with that. It's a bit floofy. Somebody else has obviously got a floofy dog like mine, so I'll have to de-floof it and not list it as from a pet-free home. So yeah, 50p for that one. Not bad. I also got, for £1.50, a brownie uniform. So Brownie jacket. Yeah, Jemmy says it does suit me. Yeah, I should wear a pointy hat all the time. It's because I'm a witch. A brownie jacket and t-shirt and matching trousers. There we go. That's not a hole in the side, it's just a zip pocket. It did look like a hole when I first held it up. There we go. So that was £1.50. That should sell, again, somewhere between 12 and 20. It depends. If I split it down, I might do the shirt and trousers for a tenner and then the jacket for 8. See how I feel when I actually come to listing it. See how lazy I am when I come to listing it. That's the truth. Nobody else has come in yet. Everybody else off having their Sunday dinner, you see. I had, for my Sunday dinner, and I've lost the packaging. For my Sunday dinner, I had a turkey and trimmings sandwich from Tesco. It was alright. I'm not sure why I was ready for dinner, because we had a massive breakfast about 3 hours ago, but... This was £1.50, and isn't this just the prettiest thing? Oh, OB2 Jason's in. Hi, Jason. Isn't this just the cutest thing? It's a little Christmas dress. It's from Mothercare. I think we decided it was 6 to 9 months. Yeah, it's a Mothercare 6 to 9 months. Little grey chiffon skirt, polka dot top and an owl with holly. And I just think it's the... I have no grandchildren. Can you tell I have no grandchildren? Dev Stevens has grandchildren, but they're all boys. They can't wear dresses. Well, I suppose they can. Like I said, we're gender fluid. Andrea said she's just had crunchy nut cornflakes for Sunday dinner. You do need to go to Sainsbury's. That's not dinner. I got this for £1 and I was very pleased when I first grabbed it. It's a colloquial Czech colloquial Czech language course. I was disappointed when I opened it because I realised it's supposed to have cassettes and CDs, but the same content is on both. One of the cassettes is missing, that's why I was disappointed. But the same content is on both cassettes and the CDs, so I'll just take the cassettes out and sell it without those, and it will still work perfectly well. Who wants cassettes? It's 2000 and something. You know, the 80s called, they want their language course back. So yeah, that originally retailed at 28 quid, and I might get a tenner for it, but again, it cost me £1, it's not the end of the world. OB2 Jason had Aldi chicken soup for his dinner, and Deb Stevens has got chocolate hobnobs. I've got French Fancies. I like the Frosty Fancies better, but they'd sold out of them. I got some Tetley Tea Folk little houses. You might remember these. I think you had to save up tokens off the tea bags and send off for them, or they might have possibly come attached to the tea. I can't really remember. But I got a set of 6. There's a lot more than 6 in the whole collection, but I got 6 of them. There's that one. They've all got the little name on for which one they are. They're not really worth anything. It's a good job I only paid £1 because if I'm lucky I'll get a £5 at the very most for my 6. So they're not worth anything. I wouldn't put. They're not a bolo. They're more of a Nolo. Dev Stevens has choc hobnobs and a hot rod. Yes, we know about your hot rod. And I got a Scrabble for 50p. I haven't yet checked if it's all there. The box was in really, really nice condition, and I just realised it's got somebody's address on the front. There we go. It belongs to Mr. and Mrs. Bryant of... Oh, God, there's more Welsh. Cerys, help me. Llandyssul. Llandyssul in Cardiganshire? Llandyssul. Llandyssul. Anyway, it's an SA postcode, so it's somewhere near Swansea. So I have to see if I can peel that off, unless Mr. and Mrs. Barnes want... Ryan is in. Ryan doing it of lifestyle. He says lamb dinner and Carlo and Sib K. What else does a Welsh guy need? And now he's going la la la. Is that the hla 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 hla? Is that what you're doing? Something like that. Cerys hasn't it. It's SA44 5AA. That's where it is. Anyway, I don't know if all the bits are there. It was 50p. If it's not all there, I'll use it for spares. I've got plenty of Scrabble spares lurking around down here anyway. So, also 50p. A Polyotter float suit. These are the I bought a couple of these last week. You might remember. Sorry, I've got something in my eye. I might remember I bought 2 last week. This one is brand new in its packaging, still unused. It's not particularly a well-known brand for them, it seems to be, but again, I'll bung it on a tenner. Tenner from 50p. 50p for a Snoopy. No idea if he has any value, but I bought a Peanuts DVD last week, so I think I might bundle him with that. And he can be a Snoopy, and he can go in with the Peanuts DVD. He's cute though, isn't he? I'm not cuddling him, he's a bit carbooty. Andrea says if all the bits aren't in the Scrabble, go round their house and ask. I've got their address. Okay. Hello, I bought your Scrabble from a car boot sale. I'm not sure who you donated it to, but it's got several pieces short, and I wondered if you had them lying around anywhere. Imagine their poor faces. This was £2, and it's a Joe Brown's onesie. Now, if I remember rightly, one of the groups last week, or the week before, there was comment that you can't actually list using the word onesie anymore. One of the companies has now trademarked or copyrighted, or whatever the word is, the word onesie, so I can't use the word onesie in my listing, so it'll have to be an all-in-one sleep suit or something like that. Yeah, but it's nice, and it's Joe Brown's, which is always nice, and it was £2 and it's brand new in its packet. So I had to open it to discover whether it was an all-in-one or whether it was pyjamas, because it wasn't clear from the outside. Andrea says the Scrabble's probably all down the back of their sofa. Indie Chick says, hi Tatsters, first time I have caught a live stream on your channel, Carla. Nice to have you with us. I'm not sure if we count as Tatsters if Nick's not here. I'm not sure if that's how it works. I'll be back. Look, hi Saz guest. This was £1. I do wish that I could do proper ventriloquism. Hello. Hello. He needs a name. What do you think we should call him? He's got some great teeth. Fight the dog rigid. The dog came over to say hello and I went, ah! The dog was like, Buddy, look. Buddy's not scared of anything. Buddy, what's this? Buddy looks so bored. So bored. Ryan thinks we should call him Ryan. He's a funky name. Ryan's not a funky name. It does look a bit like a Fraggle, yeah. I can't, it's made by a company called The Puppet Company. And again, not a massive, it's called Pom Pom. Not a massive resale on it, but it was cute and it was only £1 and I liked it and I thought I might learn how to throw my voice. You have to talk in your throat or something. Brian. Brian, do you want to be called Brian? Brian the stripy sock puppet. He likes it. Yeah, there's a reason I don't do children's entertainment. I would actually terrify the poor little buggers. £10 to £15 new. Thank you, Indie Chick. That's worth knowing. So there you go. I might get... He is new with his tags. I might get 7 or 8. I liked him. I got... Are you ready for this, Deborah Stevens? I got a Reese's mug. These go for between 7 and 10 in brand new condition. I don't think this has been used as a mug, but it's certainly full of dust, so it will need a bit of a wipe out. I may bundle it with some other Reese's stuff and list it that way round. You never know. Never know. You walked straight past it, Deb Stevens. You went past that table before I did, and you didn't buy the Reese's mug. It was 50p. Might be female. What, the puppet might be female. Are you female? No. No, I reckon it's a bloke. Look, it looks gormless. Also on that same store as the Reese's thing. Look at these. Now, I think, if I recall correctly, we used to call these platform wedges. They're from Shelley's, which means they are... I think Shelley's are out of business now. I don't think they're making stuff anymore, so they must be reasonably oldish. I'm not sure what size they are. They're 38. EU 38. Thank you, Lex. Lex Oliver is loving the leopard print. Thank you very much. It's nice and warm, this one. So yeah, can't imagine stumbling around the place on those, but for 50p I can't imagine selling them. Phoebe says Adelaide would wear them. She's short. Is she a size 38 or whatever this? I think somebody might have bled in them at some point. They might need a bit of a wipe out. Somebody might have had a blister. Steampunk shoes. Thank you, Indie Chick. That's a useful keyword. Peter Ray's in. Hi, Peter. Also on the 50p stall, I got a Max and Paddy's Road to Nowhere. I now have about 100 of these. I have several Phoenix ones. I just need a couple of Phoenix 2s and then I can complete some bundles. So it's yeah, it's the Phoenix Nights 2s that are hard to come by. From the same 50p lady, a little golden book. Does anybody remember these? Oh, I'm sorry. She's not Phoebe. She's Andrea. I keep calling you Phoebe. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm doing this. Andrea. Falling on a Bruise is Andrea. Andrea. You all know this. It's me. It's me that doesn't know that. Yeah, so little golden book. This is a proper blast from the past. I had one and it was a Pink Panther story, my little golden book. It was 50p and I just really bought it because of the blast from the pastness of it, really. It's probably got absolutely no resale value at all. But I tell you something you wouldn't see in a modern day children's book. Small naked children. I don't think they put small naked children in picture books anymore. And you can see her pants in that one as well. Yeah, I'm sure that illustrators have now moved on in what they will illustrate and what they won't. Karen No Crafts Just More, who bought I won't say what because she said it's for a present for somebody, bought something off me this week which is on its way to you, Karen. Thank you very much for that. She says she really should be tidying up and taking photos, but I've saved her. Saved you or distracted you or done that. I don't know what I've done, but you'll be blaming me when you don't make any money this week. Now these were also 50p and I bought them because of the ones that Caroline bought. I don't know if you saw mine and Caroline's live chat on Friday where we launched our new challenge, which is Grow Your Tenner. It was going to be Grow Your Pound, but we decided to go with Grow Your Tenner to keep Ryan happy. Hi, Jess. Oh, I've got a ka-ching. That was probably very loud for you guys. And hi, Cats Rants. Indie Chick says, I have an animal hospital book signed by Rolf. I don't think it has much of resale value. Ooh. You should have sold that a couple of years back. Ryan wants to know, have my sales improved? They have a bit. Yesterday was a good day. Today not so great so far, but yeah, yesterday a good day. And yes, that was a nice green van in the background, Lex Oliver. That's some good hearing you've got there. Sazga said, I had a jigsaw puzzle of small naked children education. I had to ring eBay to check it was okay to list. And was it? Do they let you list jigsaw puzzles of small naked children? So yeah, Caroline, anyway, in our chat, I'm not going out, Lex. Caroline in our challenge, as one of her challenge items was some of these loafers, and when I saw them, it made me think I'll get those as well. They're not for the challenge, but yeah, they were 50p. I might put them in for the challenge. I've got £11 something available to spend because I've sold my first challenge item. Caroline has sold 2 of her challenge items. Is currently beating me. I mean, yay! How lovely! How lovely for Caroline! What a lovely thing that Caroline is winning our challenge. So they were 50p. And this was marked at £3, but I offered her 2 and she took it. It's the Lucy Show Marathon. Now there's some old stuff for you. Andrea is off to Sainsbury's. Off you go, Andrea. Get us something nice while you're there. What does the winner of the challenge get? Glory! I won the first 2 challenges. You get smugness and glory and the chance to crow over Caroline. Or the chance to crow over the loser, should I say, because there is, I suppose, an outside chance that I might not win this time. But yeah, it's all for glory. There's no actual prize involved. Peter Ray says, that reminds me, I sold a couple of items while I was out at Alexander Pocket Palace, rocking out to Don Broco, etc. Well done, Peter. I didn't realise you were reselling, mate. I thought you'd... I don't know. I thought you weren't reselling after all. Thought you'd stopped. Did I miss the bit where you restarted again? Andrea says, I would get you something, but I haven't got a penny to scratch my arse with. Sell something. Sell, I don't know what. Reduce. Reprice. Rescut. I don't know. I'm not one to talk. I said I had no sales at all on Friday. Well, I ended up on about 20 quid for the whole day Friday in the end. But yeah, the Lucy Show Marathon. It has 3 discs, 10 hours of fun on this special collector's 3 DVD set, 30 episodes over 3 discs. No idea what the resale is, haven't researched. I did sell some Lucy Show stuff once before that went quite quickly, but I don't know about this one. Jason Entwistle says is in and says, good afternoon all, and Intercheck says there should be some good whoopsie stickers today at Sainsbury's. Yeah, go for the yellow stickers, definitely. Ryan asks, do you get worries when sales are low, when they are lower than what you need to live on a week low? No. I have a target in mind that I need to make each week that will be the bare minimum to pay the bills. Once I have made that, it doesn't matter what happens after that. I'm not happy if sales are low. It annoys me. I start to think that everything I've got is rubbish and I've made big mistakes with my life and I should have done something else like get a career or something. But like I said, my actual base target isn't that bad and it's usually done by Wednesday. Sometimes it's done by Monday afternoon, in which case the whole week is a breeze. But this week it was done by Wednesday. I have a bad week for returns and refunds. This week I've done 4 or 5 refunds for various reasons. One was that a pair of shoes came back because the buyer's address was wrong. One was that something hadn't had a size label in and I guessed at the size and got it wrong. One was that somebody said the condition wasn't as I'd stated. One was that something got broken on the way. So it's been a bad week for returns and refunds, which has hit my overall figures a bit. But it's It's okay. You know what I mean? Like I said, as long as my base target is done, then I don't need to sweat. If there's a week when I don't do my base target, then you watch me crying then. Okay, Peter, we're not gonna say that out loud, darling, because you never know who might be watching. Karen's had an okay week, but don't hold out hope as it's been a real roller coaster. Scribble your money away when you get good sales is what I do. Yeah, I have a cushion to fall back on if necessary. Karen Fish is in. Hi, Karen. Rubik's is in. Sorry, reading the chat and not talking. I always think this must be thrilling for anyone who watches it afterwards, because it's just me going like that for about 20 minutes at a time. People must watch it afterwards and go, well, this is great. Sorry, I nearly knocked the camera over then. I've managed to get my jumper all rucked up and I've got a bare back hanging out. Nobody needs that. There we go, just tuck myself back in. That's tidier. And Home from Home with Lynn and Rich is in. Hi, Lynn or Rich, depending on which one you are. I think you're Lynn. And my internet is holding up well. This is because Natalie is at work. Anthony is out in the shed building a bike. And Buddy is on the bed not downloading puppy porn. And Kai's asleep on the chair downstairs. So the internet should, touch wood, be okay. And Kerry says she's just dropped her iPad while watching this and cracked the screen. No! Damn it! Insured? Maybe? Fingers crossed. I got 2 Harry Potters. These are just to add to bundles. I finally got round to writing a list of which ones I needed to complete the bundles that I'm doing. And after these bundles are finished, I'm stopping because I've got bundles that are listed and they're not selling now. So all I really want to do now is complete the ones that are on the way and then stop. It's just not... It's gone. The market's gone for these. So they're not a bolo. Don't buy those. Ryan says, yes, I have a target too. I look at it every 3 months though, but we all do stuff different, which is why it works for all of us. Yeah, I want to make enough to pay my bills and to be able to go out for dinner or go out for breakfast or whatever without fretting about it. And as long as I've done that, I'm happy. I'm not remotely progress orientated. I don't want to be a millionaire unless it's going to fall in my lap through the lottery ticket. I don't want to work very hard. You know, I was watching Zahir and Beck, and Zahir was saying that he is disgruntled now with his big haul of RC parts. I'm sure you guys watched it as well. And at one point he said, oh, I don't want to work very hard. And Bex laughed at him and somebody else. But I know what he means. The reason I do this is because I don't want to work very hard. This is easy money, really. I go to the car boot sale, I potter around for a couple of hours, have a nice little morning. I come home, during the week I list bits here and there, I send parcels out and the money comes in, and it is, let's face it, not rocket science. And I don't have to work hard and I can take a day off or have a nap or whatever I want to do without anybody going, why aren't you working? I don't want to work hard. I'm not one of life's grafters. I've said it before. I know I joke when I say I'm lazy, but I'm not one of life's grafters. I'm not afraid of working for money. I don't want to lie on my ass and claim benefits and expect somebody else to pay my way. I will pay my own way in life, but I don't want to slug my guts out to do it. And I'm not interested in working hard to have more. I'm just interested in working enough to have enough. Does that make sense? I hope so. Now the chat's shot down now. Natalie Resell says, hi Carlo, I missed much. You've missed a few of the bits I've picked up, but nothing very exciting. Karen Fisher, does anyone know what format I need to save a Word document in to print from a USB? I put the USB in and it said incorrect format. I don't know, love. It sounds far too technical for me. It's probably not. I can't help you with that. I'm sorry. Kerry says her iPad is insured. Thank God for that. Dev, no, he hasn't put brakes on his bike. He went out of the road and came back looking a bit scared. Karen says she literally takes a set amount out of her PayPal and leaves the rest in there. Say I take out whatever's left. I start every Monday morning with a 0 PayPal balance. I pay myself at the end of every week whatever's in my PayPal. Works for me. Kerry says she's not long had it fixed. They're going to start thinking you're doing it on purpose. Sal's guest has about 24 HP DVDs. Yeah, they're not. Like I said, I think it's gone. And Peter Ray agrees that Ben Fitzpatrick said he's not picking up the Harry Potter books anymore. Karen's getting stressed. Where have I gone? I see Karen's getting stressed. Is that with the document? I'm sorry. If anybody watching knows how Karen can, what format she needs to save it in, on a stick, help her out. Indie Chick says, I've picked up some good brand clothing today. I'm always amazed how people do not care how dirty things are. I had a shoe with a used plaster inside it. Did you see my butter dish last week with the used butter inside it? Natalie wants to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. I just don't want to work for it. Karen No Craft says, I completely understand his pain. I get stressed with 5 black sacks of clothes. Whose pain? Have I forgotten what I was on about now? Indie, I do reselling to not have to slog myself silly. Happy with my simple life. Absolutely, that's where I am. Yeah. Ryan says it makes sense, but let's double your target, shall we? Haha. Then you can treat me to a Domino's weekly. I make double my target every week. I think there's been maybe 1 week since I set my target that I haven't doubled it. Only one, and I make double my target every week, but my target still stays the same. I don't raise my target. It feels like more of a bonus then. Carmen says, I put the USB in the printer and it won't print. I'm sorry, I'm useless. People are trying to help you though. I can see that people are trying to help you in the chat. OB2 Jason, I sold 2 adult HP books. Now I've got a couple of the adult ones. Maybe I should list them individually. What sort of pricing are you putting on those, Jason? Are you finding I think mine are paperbacks, although I don't know, I might have a couple of hardbacks. There's a massive bloody box of the things under the bed. Karen says Zahir's haul. Yes, sorry, I lost where we were. I can see why he's bored. Yeah, I can absolutely see why he's bored of his haul. I did comment on his thing and say, you know, I think he's like me. I've got a very low boredom threshold, and if I had to list the same thing day after day, I'd stop. It would absolutely wear thin for me very, very quickly. Okay, not a lot left in the bag really. Also from the 50p lady, this is a brand called Lily and. I think that says Lily and Me. Can you guys see that? Lily and Me, I think it says. It's a very dodgy written M. I think it's Lily and Me. I've never heard of them. But it was a kind of a jumpery dress. It's a nice warm... It's the same stuff my jumper's made out of. Nice warm material. It's the kind of style of white stuff and things like that. Like I said, I just thought for 50p I'd give it a chance. But I have no idea whether it's got any value or whatever. Or whether Lily and Me are a brand that I should be picking up in future or not. Hi, Mark Ferris. And yeah, people are advising Karin on her documents, so that's good. Hopefully somebody will know how to help you with that. I'm going to fall off the chair. What did I tell? It's Deb Stevens. Didn't I say we don't bend over the chair sideways? And I'm still doing it. Deborah Stevens, I have 60 odd episodes of Midsummer. What price do you think as whole set or sell one at a time? It depends. I'm back. I think I'm back. Do you know, my son came through the house from the back and through to the front, and I'm presuming as he came through, his Wi-Fi connected on his phone, and that's all I can think of that may have happened. Yeah. Okay, so there's loads of people in the chat going, she's gone, she's gone, she's gone. I'm back. Someone post us some internets. You could send me a little like Red Cross parcel of internets, couldn't you? If you sent it through to arrive on a Saturday, I could use it on a Sunday for live streams. But yeah, I heard him come in the back door, walk through, go out the front door, and all I can assume is that little bit of time when his Wi-Fi connected on his phone, it went boo. £1. I've no idea whether it's worth having or not. I buy these I usually pay less than £1, but I was just picking up stuff that was all £1. It says Casio FX83ES. I know there's one in particular that goes really, really well. I got about 25, 30 quid for it. It probably wasn't this one. But yeah, quid. They do sell. They don't sell very quickly, but they do sell. Crowdfunding for Carla's internet. Yeah, maybe I'll start a YouFundMe page. GoFundMe page. Everybody fund me page. Last things. Oh, heavy. Lily and Me is sold in House of Fraser. Thank you, Keris. That's worth knowing. So it's not cheapy cheap. It didn't feel cheapy cheap. Now I've scrolled all the way down the chat and I don't know where I am. Okay. Last things. I paid £7 for all of this. When I saw the first one, I said to the guy, oh, sorry, Midsummer videos. Yeah, what I was saying, Debs, was if you've got the whole set, if it's actually the whole complete run, then sell them as a complete set. If they're not, then you can try selling them singly. You can try selling them in blocks of maybe 1 to 5 or whatever. But if they are a complete set, then don't break them. It's silly to break them if you've got the lot. So, okay, so these were £7 for all, and they are heavy as hell. They are folio edition of The Story of the Renaissance. This should sell for between £40 to £50. It's in reasonably nice condition. There is some damage to the top of the case here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I will glue that and hopefully be able to hide it. I still have to declare it, but yeah, I've glued these successfully before. That's one. That's very heavy. That one was £2 because of the damage. Like I said, 40-ish to 50-ish quid. That's really flipping heavy. These, I thought they were just a pair of books. Yes, I've got a granny trolley. My friend Sibs insists on pulling the granny trolley. She's great at that. She likes to have a job, so she pulls the granny trolley, and then we usually send it back to the car to be emptied and come back again. There is about 12 of these in the set, so they will sell individually, and they'll sell for between 7 to 10 each. They are A History of England. So one is Asa Briggs, one is Roy Porter, and like I said, they've been issued as individual volumes, so it doesn't matter that I haven't got all of them. Home from Home with Lynn and Rich says, come on, own up, who turned Carla's router off. Yeah, all Deb Stevens bought was an egg timer. I can't get this out of its case. Yeah, so this one was, these were £3 for the two. No, tell a lie. These were £5 for these two and what's coming next. They're really nice books. I'm reasonably interested in history, but I don't know if I'm interested enough to read this. Especially not on live stream, eh? A brief history of time. From Let There Be Light to the present day. Are you all sitting comfortably? So, and then the last one, this is even going to be even heavier still. And this is the one that attracted me in the first place. Is the complete Folio Society collection of the works of Jane Austen. 40 to 50 quid on this one as well. £2.50 it cost me. So yeah, very pleased with these. Very, very pleased. Tempted to keep these myself if I'm honest, but oh, God, they're heavy. They don't make them pocket size. Well, I suppose they do, but they're not folio editions. They are beautiful. They will be on sale in my eBay store. They've not even, when you open that spine doesn't even open fully. They've not been opened. They are gorgeous. So this is Pride and Prejudice. Can anybody remember the first line of Pride and Prejudice? Anyone? Come on, people. It is a truth, universally acknowledged, that a single man, in possession of a good fortune, must be in want of a wife. Ryan, I'm not sure if you're a single man, but I'm sure you're in possession of a good fortune. Are you in want of a wife? Home from Home with Linda Rich says, I think she's enjoying seeing us talk amongst ourselves, picking up tips, I reckon. I hope you can see me again, Home from Home, because I've been back a while. Ryan is single as a Pringle and ready to mingle. You know what they say about Pringles? Once you pop, you can't stop. It's all gone downhill again, hasn't it? Sell, don't keep. Yeah, but they're so nice. I already have 3 different sets of the completed works of Austen. I do not need to keep these. But they're so nice. The light's gone funny, isn't it? I seem to be in shadow. Amy Farrah Fowler, that's such a good name. Hi, managed to catch you live. Have you missed much? You've missed the entire haul, my darling, I'm afraid. But you will be able to watch it back later. I'll stay and chat for a bit, though. Retro Vintage 55 Jimmy says, frankly, Madeira, don't give a damn. Gone with the wind. Sorry, it just came in my head. I'm loving that. Single as a Pringle and ready to mingle. But are you in possession of a good fortune? Because if so, then you are in want of a wife. It's funny, the lines that stick in your head, one of the lines that always is Mrs. Bennet at the ball saying, and that will throw them into the paths of other rich men. And whenever I try and fix Natalie up, when I try to fix Natalie up with someone, and one of my opening lines is, has he got a job? And I always think of that line, and that will throw them into the paths of other rich men. Lex Oliver says, bought 33 vintage books for £8. Very tempted to keep them, but I've sold 7 so far and made £98. So there you go, you can keep the other 24, 25, 26. Who can't do maths? I can't do maths. You can keep the other 26. See, you're already in profit. You've made 90 quid and 26 books for yourself. Maybe keep a couple. Ryan says, I'd love a wife, start with a Mrs. first, lol. You would not love a wife. Honestly, they're awful things. They're nearly as bad as husbands. What you need is just something fluid. Do you remember we were talking Friday about Caroline fluid? Don't go after Caroline. She's got a husband. I'm sure he's a very nice man. But some kind of fluid arrangement whereby, you know, everybody's happy and nobody's tied down. I'm against long-term relationships. I'm very much against matrimony. Deborah Stevens says, I want a man. Whatever for, Deborah Stevens. You already have a hot rod. JJ says, my booty cancelled today. Message on answer machine said it would start again in our... Whose car boot cell has an answering machine? Ryan says, I find it hard to meet anyone as driven as me, to be honest. Most girls around me are happy to watch Jeremy Kyle, and I can't be that lazy. I can't watch Jeremy Kyle. I know what you mean about people who don't want to do anything, but yeah, no, I can't watch Jeremy Kyle. I want to punch him. He's such an idiot. Friends with benefits is better, says Jason Entwistle. Lex Oliver wants two men, one for each end, presumably. This chat is going downhill. Home from Home, Lynn Rich says, what kind of vintage books? Quick, I'll look in my bookcase. And Deborah Stevens says, I know that sort. You know what sort of what? The women who watch Jeremy Kyle. That's you, that is. You're a Jeremy Kyle watcher, Deborah Stevens. That's you, that is. What's that from? That was, I think, Badil and Skinner, or Badil and Newman and Badil. Two little old men sitting on a bench saying, you see that poo down there? That poo down there with the cigarette end in it? That's you, that is. There's some old comedy for you that nobody will remember. Reselling Polly is in and says, good afternoon all. Good afternoon, Reselling Polly. Amy Farrah Fowler says, well, we'll have to watch it later then. My name is my roller derby name. Are you a roller skater? I can't stand up on skates. Ice skates I used to be able to stand up on, but I was never any good on roller boots. Ryan says, friend with benefits is okay, but after I've popped, I can't stop, so I've got to go back to work. Once you pop, you can't stop. And Natalie Resell says she forgot. She loves the idea of our £10 challenge. She might do it alongside you. Were you here earlier on when I said that bloody Caroline is bloody winning already? I've sold one of my items. I sold the Phase 8 jeans. They sold at $12.99. Caroline has sold her Cinnamon Roll book at $12.99 and a Hobbs red dress, which is what she bought with her last £2. So you won't have seen that in the thing on Friday. And she sold that for about 35 quid. So she is ripping me at the moment. I am on my ass in the dust while Caroline streaks away into the distance. So not fair. Ryan says, why are you single? Why am I single? Nobody wants me. Am I expensive at the hotel rooms? I just said I wouldn't bring them back here where the fur was. If they have a place of their own, I'm all right with that. It's just, you know, it's everything here is hairy. It's a very hairy house. It's not a pet-free home. J True is in and says hi J True. Peter Ray had a load of vintage Bronte books a long time ago and sold for around £50, only bought for £3. See, books are good. Books are good. And yes, Indie Chick is asking Reselling Polly how the full time is going, and we'd like to know, Polly. You've been reselling full time now for I think about a week, is it? I watched your video, but I wasn't entirely sure of the date of your video release. So is it about a week that you've been full time? Are you still loving it? A whole week in? Mine's been 18 months, I think, nearly. Yes, 1 week. Yeah. Deborah Stevens with a tiny violin. Yeah. So I'm glad you're loving it. I'm glad it's going well. You did get a lovely haul for your first full-time day, I have to say. JJ, you have missed the haul, I'm afraid. It wasn't very big. I only spent 25 quid this morning, so I didn't have a great deal of stuff. You have missed it, but you'll be able to watch it back. It'll be there for you to see. Like I said, nothing... The folio books, which is what I showed at the end, are probably the best buy of the day. Nothing particularly exciting apart from those. Home from Home with Lynn and Rich, Lex Oliver... Oh, sorry, I'm interfering in people's personal conversations now. Ryan, how did you find the reselling full-time at the... Well, I have been on eBay for like 13 years. I think I've said this before many, many times. So it wasn't... All I did was step it up. When I left my job, I went, right, okay, let's really work at this now. So when I was at my last job, I was maybe listing 10 or 15 things a week, here or there, relisting a few bits, maybe not bothering, maybe not doing my relists if they ran out or whatever. And when I stopped work, I went, right, let's do this properly then. Let's be serious. Let's actually do the relist. Let's actually do proper sourcing. Let's go out and really, really hit it hard, you know. And yeah, it was all right. Like I said, I made my target straight. My target was not that high. I've divided down what I need. Well, my basic living costs for the month, divided it down into a weekly target, and that's what I need to make each week to know that we're surviving, you know, and yeah, that's all I do. Karen says, hi Julie Posh Totty. Karen says, my sis was out last night and watched a bloke take his wedding ring off before coming over to her. Oh my God. I hope she did the whole by the balls thing. I really hope she did. Obi2 Jason says, it's interesting. I'm working my notice now. Will be full-time next month. Good luck with that, Jason. Hope that goes well for you. And Ryan wants to noted Karen's sis take him home. To his home. Can you imagine? Would you like to come home with me? Not my home. Your home. Hello, I found this in the club. I think it's yours. The wife standing there doing an Andy Caps misses with a rolling pin. Yeah, she had a go at him. Good. Well done. Well done, Karen's sister. Yeah, we really do hope it goes well for you, Jason. Caroline and I had a proper complaint on Friday about how rubbish the sales are and how we might all die and it's all dreadful. But it's always going to be swings around a bit. It's always going to be ups and downs. And it pays the bills, and it's not difficult. You just occasionally get a bit disheartened when you have a no sales day. It's a bit disheartening. Karen says she did meet a nice young man. Ryan says everyone's so negative lately. I think, like I said, it does you good to get it off your chest. I'm not really that negative. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone out this morning and bought more stuff. It'll sell. It'll all sell. I had very good sales yesterday. They just kept on coming, and some of the stuff that I'd really given up on is sold now as well, which is quite often the way. When you finally get to the point you give up on it, it starts selling. So, yeah. Silent scream. Amy Farrah says, I really enjoy everyone's videos and want to start reselling myself. I've sold odds and ends on eBay before, but not bought to resell yet. Start small. Don't go out and spend £1 million. What's wrong with my face, Lex Oliver? That's my actual face, I'll have you know. That's my genuine, everyday, actual face. Peter's off. He's bored of my internet disappearing. Ryan says I want a stunner for the summer and a munter for the winter, is that? Or a minter for the winter? You can have a munter any day of the week. There's plenty of them around. Who's got a toy boy? What have I missed? Somebody's got a toy boy. Oh, yeah, Karen's sister brought home a 26-year-old toy boy. Fair play. I bet the poor man's exhausted today. Julie Posh Totty, have you ever done a car boot to get rid of things that haven't sold? Nope. I don't like doing car boots. I don't enjoy doing car boots. No, I just keep on reducing it until it sells, or I bundle it, or if I really, really have to, I take it back to the charity shop, but that's very, very rare that actually happens. I don't do car boots. I don't enjoy them. But other people do them all the time. Munters pop all day long. Ryan, what are you talking about? I've absolutely no idea what Ryan's on about now. I've lost him completely. So yeah, that's my haul. Sib K, because he's driving, is not asking me 1,000 questions about the neighbours, so I can probably escape without Sib K. Sorry, I keep glancing up and seeing this bit of hair sticking out here, and I think it's supposed to be over here somewhere. Have you noticed Caroline always looks polished and well put together? She's always got her makeup on. She always looks like she's made an effort. I always look like I've just crawled out of a skip. Sib K is a girl. Maybe Sib K is a girl. I've never occurred to me that Sib K might be a girl. Really? This has thrown my mind completely. Keris is off to walk the dog. You can take mine as well if you want. Really? Is Sib K a girl? Are you sure? Sib K, are you a girl? I've always referred to Sib K as he. Yeah, Karen's saying Sib is a boy. Indy's saying Sib is a boy. Ryan's saying Sib is a girl. Ryan, I don't think you can tell the difference. Yeah, everybody's saying Sib K is a boy. Sib K is plainly no longer watching, because otherwise he and or she would be responding to say what they and or it are, I think. Gender fluid, exactly. Lots of people are sure that Sib is a boy. Sib behaves like a boy. I'm not quite sure what I mean by that, but I'm sure. Gender fluid. He, it, them. So yeah, does anybody have anything they particularly want to talk about, or shall I go and leave you all to your Sunday afternoon? I know Andrea's gone off to... Ryan says Sibk is a she-male, fact of the day. A shim, I think you'll find. Yeah, I know. I said I know. And oh God, the internet's gone again. Has it gone? Am I still here? I'm still here. Karen says, please don't go. It means photos for me. Yes, go and do some work. I'll come crack my whip at you. Reselling Polly's having a cup and a caramel donut. Weight Watch is going well then. I want a caramel donut. That's not fair. I've got French fancies somewhere, but I've lost them under the hall now. They've gone. I might have to actually put all my crap away before I can find my French fancies. Izzy's House of Fun. Carla, how many listings do you have? Izzy's House of Fun, I currently have... Dun dun dun. Live listings. Bear with. 769. With 42 ending today. 769 active listings. I was over the 800 and it dropped when I went on holiday and I've never managed to get it back up again. How is that? That's not a decent offer, is it? That Kaching earlier on was a horrible offer. Blah. Do I have a pile of shame? Yes, I have a pile of shame. Here, and here, and here. Some here, quite a lot here, and some up in the loft. Yes. Yes, I have a pile of shame. I have a world of shame. I have a house of shame. I am very much behind at the moment. I really have got to pull my finger out. I've got stuff that I need to list in time for Christmas, and if I don't pull my finger out, it won't get sold in time for Christmas. I've got Christmas stuff that I bought in January last year that needs to be out. If you sold used shoes, how long is it acceptable for them to complain if the soles fail? The problem with used shoes is the soles can pretty much rot and dissolve. Sole rot is an actual thing. And so, I don't know. I would say if they've had them only a few weeks, I would say that you probably have sold them a faulty shoe. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not king of the world. I don't make the rules. Ryan's done all my wrapping today. When do you do what? Christmas wrapping? I haven't even done all my Christmas buying, let alone my wrapping. Oh, Ryan's having lamb. I like lamb. Karen had a tenner offer on something listed for 100. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm not having a roast dinner today. We get lamb free in Wales. You just take your passport to the counter in Tesco. It's bad enough that you get prescriptions free without free dinners as well. We're not jealous, not at all. I love lamb. Nick is in. What's up? What's up? What's up, Nick? Favourite Bristolian tat goddess. How's life at Tat Towers, Nick? Is it all good? Have you been for your walk today? eBay wrapping. I've got 7 parcels that I need to do after I get off. That's when I'm doing my eBay wrapping. Indie chick's always suspicious of people who are too organised. There's nothing to be suspicious about here. What you see is what you get. All of this shit all over the place. Alzatic. Alex says, hi, Alison here, a bit late. Hi, Alzatic, welcome. Karen's doing Toad in the Hole or Gammon and Wedges, not sure. Oh, Toad in the Hole, there you go. Treasure Planet's having that too. And Dev says next Sunday, Carlo, I'll do Sunday lunch. Not next week for me. Oh, sorry. Another ka-ching. I'm already spoken for next Sunday, I'm afraid. But yeah, the Sunday after I'll be up for that, definitely. Yeah, I've got 7 parcels I need to do this afternoon. Life is good at Tat Towers. Had a lazy day and done nothing but watch Stranger Things and eat a roastie. I've never watched Stranger Things. Is it good? People keep talking about it and I've never seen it. Natalie Resell says, I do packaging up on Monday at 4 p.m. when I realise I can't put it off any longer. Yeah, when you realise you've missed the post. You had a McDonald's delivery? Who delivers McDonald's? Ryan says, are you full up now in terms of how many items you can hold at your place? It's getting that way. It's getting to the point where I don't know where I'm going to put anything else. And Carrie has 17 people coming for tea. Where are they going to sit? Do you sit them in tiers? Do you have tiered seating in your house? Like McDonald's. Ryan, I don't believe you. I don't believe that McDonald's deliver in Wales. I don't believe you. I think you tell bad, naughty lies. I think I should come to your house. I should come to your house for dinner and you should order McDonald's since they deliver. Yes. Yeah, they're going to sit on each other. How's the forehead? My forehead? What's wrong with my forehead? My 8 head. This is what Nick's on about. Yeah, I put this on my Facebook. Anyone who's actually personal friends with me on Facebook will notice. I took a photo of myself in Costco. I don't know if it's just the angle. I do have a massive forehead anyway, but in this photo, my forehead went on and on and on and on. I look like an iron. In fact, one of my friends commented and said, you look like a bloody iron. Karen's saying they deliver in Newcastle too. Uber deliver. I know Uber, and you can get what's the little guys with the green boxes? Deliveroo. They deliver, don't they? If you repair an item, should you declare the repair even if it's unseen? I would say that's up to you. If it's complete, if I sew a button back on, I don't mention that I've sewn a button back on. It depends on how major the repair is, I suppose. Karen says you really should go now, but she can't be bothered. Nick says, did you see my... No, what was your reply, Nick? What was that? Have I missed that? Reply to my 8 head. Yeah, so I put a picture on of this picture on Facebook with me with my massive head. Yes, Al's at it. You have missed the haul. Sorry. Yeah, with my massive, massive head. And Nick's apparently replied on it. Neville says late again, but hi everyone. Hi Neville. A forehead pic. Yeah, yours is all wrinkly, Nick. Yours is a small, wrinkly forehead. Mine is a massive but smooth forehead. This is because my enormous brain is pushing the skin very smooth and tight around. You see? See the enormous brain pulsating in... No, maybe not. Not pulsating. We'll start writing off again if we start using words like pulsating. Somehow there's a pancake recipe that's just popped up. I'm not sure what happened there. Not sure where a pancake recipe came from. Forehead talk, I like it. This is my idea of foreplay. I just do forehead talk. Oh god, it's all going downhill. eBay's been very slow today and yesterday. Anyone else? Ours was terrible Friday, so I guess it's your day, I'm afraid, Alison. Are you saying I'm old and wrinkly? How rude. Fair but rude. I'm also old, I'm just not wrinkly. You have to get fat, Nick. If you get fat, then you're not wrinkly, because all the fat plumps your skin out nicely. And if I lost weight, my face would go and cave in. You have to stay fat. Gordon Ramsay in the chat, receipts everywhere. Natalie Resell says, I've done 10 whole British pounds today and £3 of that was posted. Yeah, I had a day like that Friday. I ended Friday on £24 sales. £24. And I'd given 3 refunds on Friday. So if you actually take one from the other, I ended up Friday on a minus. It was awful. Yesterday was very good. Today, not so much. So, no, I was just about to touch wood. None of us has nothing to touch wood for because today's been crap so far. But, hopefully it'll improve. Something ka-chinged a minute ago and I don't know what it was. No idea. No idea what that last ka-ching was. Yeah, Nick says it's true. I am a skinny bugger. You are a lean, mean, tap-buying machine. That's what you are. Dear buyer, I have this item listed at £22.99 with best offer. Your offer of £10 is too low. Very, very, very too low. Best offer, to me, best offer is near offer. Isn't it? Best offer should be a near offer. £10 is nowhere near what I have asked you for. If you don't want to buy it at the price that I want to sell it for, don't buy it. Go away. I'm trying to stay polite because I'm live. Where are we? Nick, you must be 13 stone of pure English muscle. Ryan is 15 stone of Welsh. I'm not saying how many stones I am. And most of it isn't muscle. Nick and Andrew, we've had a great day on eBay. No big sales, but lots of small sales. Good to see the tap vacating the office. That's it. It all adds up, doesn't it? And it's just a lot of packaging, isn't it? That's the pain. If you have lots of little ones, then you find yourself doing 4,000 parcels. Alison, we were saying this the other day. She said she swears eBay switch shops on and off. On Friday morning, I turned down all 3 offers from a buyer. I mentioned this on the live stream that I did with Caroline. I had this item listed at, I can't even remember what the list price was, but they offered me £1 and then £1.25 and then £1.49. And I turned down all 3 offers. They were insulting. You're just being silly now, I then didn't have anything for the rest of the day from eBay. Is it possible that they get cross with you if you turn down all 3 offers from a buyer? Is it possible that eBay go, well, if you don't want to sell stuff, that's fine. You don't have to sell stuff. Is this a possible thing? Who knows? Maybe I'm just being paranoid. Yeah, Karen says she believes they hide certain shots, but who knows? Paul Breck has joined us. Hi, Paul Breck. And Nick says he's not muscle, he's just beer and bones. Natalie resells. Hi, Carla. How many items do you roughly fit in each Kallax box? Well, it depends on whereabouts in the alphabet we are. So this one, for example, contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and those 5, 28 in that one, for example. But this one could be more, could be less. It depends how thin they are. But yeah, they're crammed. They're absolutely rammed. And these are all rammed as well. And I slot stuff in and I Tetris it and I wiggle and I go, look, there's a 3-inch space. What have I got that's 3 inches? Don't answer that, Ryan. I haven't got 3 inches of anything. Daisy May says, don't turn down offers. Leave them to time out and get better visibility on them. I've definitely heard people say that before, yeah. Ryan says he thinks accepting, I put an extra H in there. Ryan says he thinks accepting offers helps overall. He puts auto decline on every item with best offer. I keep meaning to put auto decline on and forgetting because I list very, very quickly. I draft, then photo, and I list at the speed of light because I get bored doing it. I don't put very much information in, and I keep forgetting to use the auto decline 50% or whatever. Ryan says it's only 3 inches. I'm not even saying that out loud. Where do you get the plastic bags that you wrap your clothes in, please? It's a very good idea. I have no room to hang everything. If I hung everything, I'd have to move out. I buy them on eBay. I buy them from Swift Packaging, I think. Hang on a minute. Let me just check my purchase history and I'll be able to help. I'll be able to tell you. I could probably even tell you the item number because that's how useful I am. Except for the fact that ever since they brought in the hub, I don't know where anything is. I hate Seller Hub. Hate it. Can't find anything. Stupid thing. Talk amongst yourselves while I bugger about looking for stuff. Purchase history, there we go. I buy them from Trigon Packaging Limited on eBay. And the item number for the one that I buy, are you all listening very carefully, is 2529415061558. I'm going to try and copy and paste it. I could just put the link in the listing, couldn't I? I could put a link in the chat. Why didn't I think of that? Hang on. Link in chat. Hopefully, try that. If it makes your computer go boom, it isn't my fault. There we go. Those are the bags that I use for you, Julie Posh Totty. Hope that's helpful. Ryan says his 60-day total is wrong on the app. He's sure it's broken. Probably. I have 15% battery power left on my phone. I will probably disappear in a minute. Peter Ray agrees that the app is awful. Go on the PC and do a listing of the photos you can gather don't load properly. Alison McLean has had to sell her bedroom furniture to make room for clothes. I'm going to put mine over Deb Stevens' house. She's going to throw out her children so I can put all my tat in her house. And Karen is off to do these photos. Well done, Karen. Well done. I've been on for an hour, maybe a little bit more. It probably is time to say goodbye. I'm probably going to go and have a nana nap. I'm going to go and eat 8 French fancies until I feel like I'm going to burst. Have a little nana nap. Put all this tat away. Maybe do some listing later. I've got 7 parcels to do. Pick Natalie up from work. All the usual things. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. It's been lovely talking to you all as everyone. Thank you for joining me. If you've enjoyed this chat, hit the little bell button and you'll get told next time I go live. If you haven't enjoyed it, don't come again. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Take care. Bye for now. Bye.